If your tank water heater's over 8 years old, you may be sitting on a ticking time bomb. It could start leaking without warning, causing far more damage than the loss of the heater itself. Consider replacing it with a Navien tankless water heater. No storage tank to leak, endless hot water for spa-like comfort, longer life, and backed by Navien's strong warranty. Before time runs out, visit tanklessmadesimple.com for the name of your Navien contractor.
Count on Navien.
Get Macy's lowest prices of the season on specials for cooler weather, like cute boots and booties starting at $27.99. And warm new coats for all, 50 to 60% off. And get cafe-style coffee at your fingertips with select Nespresso bundles for only $124.99, now at Macy's. Plus, get your Macy's order faster when you pick up curbside or in store. Or try same-day delivery powered by DoorDash. Savings off sale and clearance prices, exclusions apply.
Hey, this is BJ. Thanks for listening to our show's podcast. If you're a fan of all things geeky, you should check out my other podcast, BJ Shea's Geek Nation. We have new episodes every day, and you can check it out at bjgeeknation.com.
Your home is going into foreclosure and you feel like a financial wreck. You don't know where to turn for accurate information. I'm bankruptcy attorney Travis Gagne. Let's talk about some legal options. If we work quickly, we can propose a plan to save your home, modify the loan, or in many cases even eliminate your second mortgage. The consultation is free. I've helped hundreds of people just like you make informed decisions about whether to save their home or exit it on a reasonable, organized timeline. The chapter you choose sets the tone for the next chapter of your life. Please contact me today at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. If you'd like to know, hey, what businesses are still open during this quarantine? Yeah, well, we can help you out. Hey, are you a business? You go, geez, I need to let people know I'm still open. Yeah, we can help you out too. How? It's a little thing we done here at the old radio station called We're Open Seattle. It's simple. It lets you search for businesses near you that are currently open. Plus, if you're a local business, all you got to do is go create an account, add your business to the list, and people will know that you're open. And you can include any notes about what your business is currently doing. It's just our way of being able to try to help out, using the power of our radio station, using the power of the internet stuff that we do to let people know where they can find businesses that are open and let businesses let people know they are open. KISW.com/We're Open Seattle. That's where you go. KISW.com/We're Open Seattle.
Let's play B-Migs.
It's time to play the game. So everybody scream his name. B-Migs, don't be a loser. Whoa, B-Migs, you're a loser.
It is time to be Migs, and it's time to pump it up from under. Pump it up. Yeah, pump up that volume. Okay, yeah.
I was gonna yell, a certain, device to volume 11, but I didn't want to ruin everyone.
Oh, you're a nice
I'm being
boy.
polite on this Monday.
Wow, the troll is actually not trolling.
Alex,
Pressing it.
Yeah. Is that like AA Ron?
Yes.
Hey, Ron. Let's get to our contestant today. We got CJ in West Seattle. CJ, are you there?
Yes, sir.
It's my boy.
It's your boy.
Oh, I'm BJ. He's CJ. He's my boy.
Dude, you remember that time where we were at a radio convention and you ran into somebody and their name was CJ and you're like, this is nuts. And then the next person that walked up, their name was AJ.
Yeah.
So we had AJ, BJ, and CJ at a DJ convention.
And it was in order, too, because I sat down at the table and the guy introduces himself to me as AJ. I go, I'm BJ. And this guy walks by and goes, hi, I'm CJ.
This is going to sound completely dumb, but I actually know a guy named EJ.
All right. And listen.
We got to get them together.
All right.
And all we need is DJ Tanner.
That's it. We can get this done.
That's amazing.
Or DJ Qualls.
Yeah,
there you go.
Never heard anybody named FJ. That's the problem. HJ is a whole different thing.
That person's very popular.
Yeah.
He's
Good old FJ.
What is CJ playing for today?
We don't know, but it's the tickets to a future show.
Oh, a good one.
With all the craziness that's going on right now, we'd feel bad to give you tickets that potentially are going to get canceled. So once things blow over and get better and are as normal as what normal can be, we will hook you up with some tickets.
Exactly. Thank you. All right, Steve, get out of here. For those playing at home, CJ will have 60 seconds to answer 10 questions. CJ, you can pass all you want, but you will only get 3 guesses per question. Are you ready?
Let's do it.
What elastic protein that helps bread rise can cause illness in those with celiac disease?
Yeast?
No.
Pass.
In what year of the mid-2000s did Grey's Anatomy premiere?
2001, 2002, 2003.
No. The Boxster model of car is made by which car manufacturer?
Wheels?
No.
I'm sorry. Can you repeat
The
that?
Boxster model of car.
Boxster? Mercury?
No.
Chrysler?
No. Who plays the title character in the 1996 movie The Cable Guy?
Jim Carrey.
Yes. What 6-letter word starting with G means a waterproof overshoe typically made of rubber?
Galvanized.
No.
Pass.
What is the name of the main protagonist in Disney's The Lion King?
Scar.
No.
Pass.
Art Vandelay comes up as a fake name on what TV show?
Pass.
Oh, CJ got a single digit.
Oh,
got
man.
The one ski there.
Yeah, that is not going to get it done, CJ.
Well, I mean.
Yeah, and I just remembered yeast. Or not yeast.
Well,
yeah,
don't even say it. Don't say it. Steve's coming in the room.
You don't need to give him any more help than he's going to probably.
Oh, yeah, not at all. Yeah.
There he comes. Look at him.
Yep.
There he is. Yeah, and he's still, by the way, keeping socially distanced, his mouth from his mind. He's still doing that.
I've been succeeding at that.
Doing a great job.
We'll see how this works out. Steve, are you ready?
Yes! Yes! Yes!
What elastic protein that helps bread rise can cause illness in those with celiac disease?
Yeast?
No.
Pudding?
No. Pudding.
That's it.
Silly putty.
No. In what year of the mid-2000s did Grey's Anatomy premiere?
Rubber.
No.
What year in the what?
In the mid-2000s.
2004.
No.
2005.
Yes. The Boxster model of cars is made by which car manufacturer?
Ford.
No.
Billy.
Billy? No.
Hyundai.
No. Who plays the title character in the 1996 movie The Cable Guy?
Ooh, Jim Carrey.
Yes.
And Matthew Broderick was in that.
What 6-letter word starting with G means a waterproof overshoe typically made of rubber?
Gutters.
No.
Gutter.
No.
Gertrude.
No.
Hello, Gertrude.
What is the name of the main protagonist in Disney's The Lion King?
Simba.
Yes.
Good job.
Art Vandelay comes up as a fake name on what TV show?
Seinfeld.
Yes.
Yep.
What system of the body is in charge of the senses?
The brain.
No.
The neurons.
No.
The nerves.
No. 1, 2, 3, 4. You win 4-1.
Right. Yeah, CJ. Sorry, buddy. Yeah, CJ doesn't get to win nothing until later.
Yeah. TBA.
Oh, that was a cheap win.
What?
Cheap
A
win.
win's a win, buddy.
Yeah, you know what? If you played against me or even Vicky, you would have had.
Oh,
Whenever
really?
that happens, who shuts him down?
Yeah.
Your boy Steve Miggs.
Oh, is that what you said? Oh, yeah, you shut him down. You threw a shutout, did you? Pretty much.
Well, I mean, I've beaten you guys before.
Okay.
So, Smarty Pants BJ, what elastic protein helps bread rise can cause illness with those with celiac disease?
Everybody knows this, right, Vicky?
And gluten.
That's
Yes.
it. Yeah, that's the
Oh, nice way to pass the buck.
I like how I asked BJ and he passed it on
I
to
knew
Vicky
it was
on
gluten. My friend has celiac.
I don't
have
believe
a
you.
friend.
Crap.
I don't believe you on that one.
A person you and I both know down in your end.
Okay,
She
great.
has celiac disease.
Yeah, but you would have guessed it if you knew it.
Well, I was letting Vicky be smart.
No, that's
Who's the one that always does the joke about I don't like paying for gluten, so I'm glad it's free? That's why gluten-free stuff is gluten-free, because of celiac disease. All right, but if you don't believe me, fine.
Okay, BJ.
I don't believe you.
Yeah, the Boxster model of cars made by which car manufacturer?
Porsche?
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Good job on that.
So you didn't pass that one over to Vicky because you knew the answer.
Well, yeah, because Rev was coming at me. It's like, now I got to give all the answers. I also know the shoe question.
Oh, what's the shoe question?
Galoshes.
Well, yes, galosh is the 6-letter word, but I would have accepted galoshes.
Galosh? It's actually a single word?
Well, one galosh is it's a single shoe is one.
Is that for sure? You don't know. I never heard that word galosh. I've only heard galoshes. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just wondering if you know for sure.
I don't know for sure,
There we
but it's
go.
If
Look
you
it
have
up.
an ES at the end of galoshes,
not-
the singular would be galosh.
You know what? Normally,
galosh?
I would agree with you, but remember, the English language is stupid.
I'm not gonna disagree with you
it
on
breaks
that.
its rules all the time. But
Galosh is a word.
Yeah, nice.
Oh, look
My
at
dad
Red.
had galoshes. He would wear those things all the time.
My wife does as well too.
Oh, yeah. Really?
Just
They're
in
old
case.
school.
Just in case if there's rain, and we have rain a lot of the times.
It's more for the slush. I remember if you're in the
Yeah,
city.
yeah.
Yeah. And if you're a working man where you're wearing a suit all the time, you always put those galoshes over your shoes.
I love that word. I don't know why.
Yeah, galoshes are awesome.
Galosh.
That's
It's the noise it makes when you walk around. Galosh, galosh, galosh. I don't know if that's true or not.
Maybe you're right, dude. I don't know where else they came up with that name.
And then finally, the system of the body that is in charge of the senses.
Oh, the HSP people know this one. I believe it's the neurological system, right?
The nervous system.
Or the
Yeah,
right.
I mean, those are one and the same on that one. So, yep, looking for that.
Yeah, there's a thing they've come out with HSP people, highly sensitive people.
Oh,
It's
okay.
relatively new research in the world of behavioral science. Not everybody is completely on board with this, but supposedly there are people out there, their nervous system, neurological system can receive more information than the average person, which makes them HSPs. And
Would that be kind of like the sixth sense at that
well,
point?
it's
you think,
more
maybe?
like, if you ever notice a person that, my wife is a person that will watch scary movies, just anything, like something that makes you jump. I've known her for over 35 years, and she still jumps at those scenes, and you'd think that she would be desensitized at this point, but it turns out she might have one of those highly sensitive systems where stuff comes at her. She's receiving more information than the average human being receives, not just verbally or even with our sight, our normal
That'd be
senses.
interesting, actually.
So I don't know. You can look up HSP. Some people have found a lot of comfort in the fact that they're doing research and actually identifying what's up with them, as opposed to someone going, "Oh, you're just so sensitive. Why are you so sensitive? Buck up," And it turns out, well, it could be, it's like telling a dog, "Why do you have to hear so good? What are you talking about?"
Oh, I ask that question to Lulu all the time.
What do you have to hear
What's
so
the
good,
answer? She
Lulu?
said
She never gives me an answer that I'm okay with.
Because she's a dog, doesn't speak.
Yeah.
Oh, congratulations, Steve. You won with 4 correct.
Caller number 4 does get nothing. Good day, sir. But you know what? If you call us, we will at least give you something later, right?
At some point, yes.
421-ROCK. 206-421-ROCK. Call number 4. Congratulations.
What are you going to do?
You're going to win something. And you know what? Our prizes are usually pretty good. We don't give away crap.
It's to a concert. You'll go to something.
The only time we have crap is when Danny wants something, then we give him that.
Yeah.
Go, here you go, Danny. Here's a pile of that.
Word.
Well, so, everybody is having to stay inside, shelter in place. So that means a lot
Is
of...
everybody doing that?
Everybody should be. You're right.
I don't know if you looked at West Seattle the other day.
I know, you're right.
It's ridiculous.
Look, dude, I said earlier,
Sun's out. Coronavirus out.
yeah. And look, 2 weeks ago, I could see why people were confused because of the information that the government was giving in the slow roll. But now there's no excuse for not knowing. You just don't care.
Yeah.
And to me, that's just sad because, look, if we could really go back to our normal lives, if we would all cooperate as a country, that would be fantastic. We've seen other countries who have done this, that have cooperated, but it's been going well for them. At least if we can believe what everybody's telling us. I mean, you can tell me not to believe anything, but I got to believe somebody sometime, right?
The quicker we do this, the quicker we flatten that curve, the quicker we get back to.
That's right. Steve does not
Sports.
he doesn't want the curve to go like this. He
No.
doesn't want it to look like a mini stiffy.
Not at all.
No. So we got to flatten that curve, means you stay inside.
That's when our sports back, man.
Yeah, luckily for me, I'm not jonesing for sports as much as the next guy, and I applaud the NFL because for anybody who loves sports, a lot of times what's really exciting is the off season and all the wheeling and the dealing, and so. Really, this was the perfect time for Tom Brady to actually leave the Patriots and join another team because it really has been a nice distracting story. Plus, there's been a lot of people moving around.
A ton.
Yeah. And the other thing, though, for a guy like me is television. I love my shows, so I can find something to do because there is a lot of good television out there that maybe you didn't even know or even care about because you know what? Normal life, you're doing normal things. You're not watching as much TV as me.
Did you watch Dave yet?
Haven't watched Dave yet.
Oh,
Sarah
I
and
just
J
finished
Rubs.
all the episodes.
Sarah and J Rubs have.
Thumbs up?
Yeah. So
It's the funniest show on television.
But I will watch it. That's definitely on my list. I just, I didn't watch a lot of TV this weekend, if you can believe that.
Sarah, then you remember the milking episode was one of the most. I won't even say more.
All right,
I think it was episode 4. I think the most recent episode. They only have 4 episodes out so far, but it was one of those. I'm so glad my wife is asleep because she would be disgusted at me that I'm laughing as hard as I am at this episode.
I'm looking
so
forward
wrong.
to this.
It's great.
I'm looking forward to this because I could use a good laugh,
Dude,
as a lot of us could.
It's so awkward. It's very Curb Your Enthusiasm, but
very Larry David,
but a hip hop version of it. That's
great.
So funny. That's so funny.
I'm happy to hear that because a lot of younger folks are not going to watch Curb Your Enthusiasm. A lot of people forget how great it was to see George, on Seinfeld, pretty much the same character. So I like this new improved version that will be, because awkwardness is awkwardness. It's always funny.
So I want to know how I feel about WrestleMania with all this because they're going to do it in an empty room pretty much.
At least they're going to do it.
Which is nuts. They're doing it at the Performance Center with nobody watching, most likely. They're going to do 2 nights. So it's going to be Saturday and Sunday in April as opposed to just one day because they figured doing a 6-hour show with nobody there, that's probably a lot to absorb for a viewer.
Yeah.
But the best part is on their website, they have, I usually had these shirts that say, I was there, WrestleMania, whatever. This one says, I was not there, WrestleMania.
Oh, that's cool.
that's
fun.
Smart. Yeah.
Well, are you looking forward to it even without the crowd? Because you have watched some empty arena shows, and you said it was weird at first, but you got used to it.
Yeah, I like it. It's cool that they're still doing something. It's like at least something that I enjoy that I get to still watch. That's trying to make the adjustments.
It's amazing that they're still doing it. I give them credit that they feel like they've got it buttoned up enough that they can make this happen because all the other sports, even they could try to perform in an empty arena, empty stadiums, but they've decided no. And WrestleMania says yes.
Yeah, it's a bummer, though, because there's certain guys like Edge, who's been gone because he had injuries, and he was told that he needed to retire because of his neck issues. Well, over the course of time, I guess things have improved for him where he got the green light to be able to come back after like 9 years.
Yeah, Edge was a guy.
Comes back, it's an awesome moment, and he's going to have his first WrestleMania match. And I'm like, this is going to be amazing, him versus Randy Orton, and now it's still going to be cool, but part of the appeal is for these guys is to perform in front of 80,000 people.
Exactly.
And you lose that.
Yeah, it's no doubt about it that being able to perform in front of a live crowd and with a sport like that, with an entertainment venue like that, you're right, Steve. It does suck for somebody who, like you said, is making his big comeback.
Yeah, so you just kind of have to be like, oh, well, you could push it back, but they don't know when it's going to.
Yeah, really.
So, yeah.
They're talking about the fact that they're going to postpone the Summer Olympics, even though, Japan,
Canada's out.
Yeah, so that's another reason is that Japan's going to, the Prime Minister of Japan was saying, nope, it's going on. But then as soon as Canada said we're out, I think then Abe, I think his name is, said, yeah, you know what, maybe we got to consider this. And so it's probably going to be postponed. Seriously, no one's going to take a chance. You can't.
No, not as of right now. I thought at some point we felt pretty safe at thinking things in the summer would be, you could continue to do things, but now who knows?
It's just international travel. I think that's probably going to be the last thing to come back. Mm-hmm. Everything else may come back, but international travel and having all these athletes, having to train, in such close quarters, it'll be the last thing I think anybody's going to want to do, travel internationally anywhere. It is time for Listeners on the Loose. You pick the topic, you guide the show. 206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999. What do you want to talk about? We'll take your calls. We'll take your texts at 917 on The Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
I need a change. You've been cold to me too many times. You're wasting money. You're a leaker. So I'm replacing you with a new Navien tankless water heater. No more cold shoulders, no more leaks. Just spa-like comfort and Navien peace of mind. And I want you out today.
When you're ready for a change, ask your plumber about Navien or visit tanklessmadesimple.com.
Count on Navien.
Get Macy's lowest prices of the season on great fall specials like glamorous diamond pendants and earrings to complete any look. Now 60% off. And get ready for cooler nights ahead with 65% off Charter Club Damask sheets and bedding. Now at Macy's. Plus, get your Macy's order faster when you pick up curbside or in store. Or try same-day delivery powered by DoorDash. Savings off sale and clearance prices. Exclusions apply.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. It's Listeners on the Loose. You pick the topic, you guide the show. 206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999. Doesn't matter what you want to talk about. Doesn't matter who you want to talk about. You've got the floor. But do remember, when you call in, Steve does have a rule.
Yes, to show some energy and bring it. Otherwise, we're going to have to let you go. Gong you and say goodbye.
Goodbye, old friend.
Just like that. And before we start off, Steve, I'd like to be the first one on Listeners on the Loose today, if I could.
Okay.
Yeah, I want to wish a happy 35th wedding anniversary to my lovely wife, Kathy, who is down there in California while I'm up here, and we're both sort of stuck in those places. And it's really weird. First anniversary we haven't spent together.
Oh.
It's really, really weird.
Yeah, I can only imagine.
Yeah, so she was kind of... She sent
Skype each other? Cyber sex?
She's...
Dirty Skype.
No, people are watching that stuff. You know that now. You know
Who's
that people. Everybody that's monitoring. The people
that tap in and watch the two of you have cyber sex.
Give them a show. Don't even worry about it.
Well, why don't you guys show me first? I'll tell you what, and give me the link. All right, how about that? You guys can start. Steve, you and Rev can go have sex together and then show us and give us the link.
That makes zero sense. We're not celebrating an anniversary.
Yeah.
And we're not married. And we're not intimate with each other. None of this sounds like...
You know what? That never stopped anybody before. They don't need any of those reasons to go make a filthy video.
It was just a bad example.
Okay. All right, you and Danny go ahead and make the video. That's a better example.
Well, who's to say we haven't?
Oh, okay. Ooh. Yeah, so, she's, they get that Zoom meeting thing, so she does a few seminars and conferences through that. So I might try to Zoom her tonight.
Oh, you're going to Zoom her?
Zoom action. Yeah, try to Zoom her tonight. Yeah.
Like a boom in the Zoom.
Boom in the Zoom. See if I can get that going on. And
35 years.
35 years. If it's hard to believe anybody would be with me for that long. Now, granted, she is in California, so that helps.
But like the last 5 years of it?
7.
7 years?
7 years.
You haven't lived together for 7 years?
7 years, yeah. It's pretty insane.
Are you going to get her anything based on that? It's either Coral or Jade.
I am saying...
Who are these girls? And I don't know if Kathy will be okay with that.
I don't think she'll be okay with Coral or Jade. Yeah, there you go.
I got you a gift. It's me with Coral and Jade.
Well, she sent me a card, and I did have something that the card led into the gift, so I didn't send anything, and now I feel badly because, I was hoping to present it to her. And so I told her, is it okay if I save this until I see you? Because, it all goes together. But now I think I should have just sent it. I feel bad.
Well, you didn't know at the time. Yeah. Nobody knew about this stuff.
So now I think I'll just wait till I see her. But she gave me a nice card, and all I gave her was hey, you know what? You're going to love it when I see you.
Have you texted her yet? Happy anniversary?
Of course.
Did you use one of those cool Bitmojis?
Of course.
Attaboy.
Oh, yeah. One of those new updated ones with your face.
The one that just says wash your hands. I did that one. I did that one this morning.
I did that. This other one says social distancing. I sent that to her not too long ago. But no, I'm on the piano singing her a song. There's only 2 anniversary Bitmojis. They got to get their game stepped up. Because what am I going to do next year if there's only 2, you know what I mean? After 2 times.
Then they step it up.
I hope so. I don't want to repeat myself on Bitmoji with my beautiful heartfelt message.
I have a question about washing our hands.
Oh, you do?
Here we go.
Let's see. Now, 2 weeks ago, it was me.
Yeah.
And you answered that question fine, so let's see if I can help you.
I feel like I was being hand-shamed yesterday, and I want to know if it matters.
Oh.
So, okay, to set it all up, we've been in our house all day.
Yeah.
I've taken a shower.
All right.
I went to the bathroom. She was breastfeeding in the other room, but it's right next to where that bathroom is.
Okay, so far.
I washed my hands, but I did the old school style, where it's maybe 4 seconds, right? And I hear in the background, that wasn't 20 seconds. And I'm like, you got to be kidding me.
So who is that? Tatum,
that
your wife, or was it Lulu? Who's hand shaming you in this house?
It was Tatum. It was her first words. You haven't.
You're in a house with 3 women. It's over for you.
I lose.
Yeah,
but I felt like at this point, there's zero. There's no chance of contamination.
You touched your thing, right?
Yeah, but my thing's been clean.
I don't know that.
Well, I just told you I took a shower.
If you haven't been outside, as long as you did a little washing, I think that'd be fine.
I still washed. I didn't do 20 seconds.
Listen, the king of noxious submissions over there on being on your side is not good.
Okay, he's maybe not the best person to serve my purpose right now, but I'll take it.
Vicky is the one you have to get the approval of because she's the OCD hand washing machine.
We haven't been exposed to any outside substances.
He went number 1.
And it was just number 1.
Yes.
I appreciate a guy that will actually do any effort at washing even after number 1 because most guys walk out of the bathroom without doing that.
Well, this is a new me in post coronavirus.
So normally you wouldn't wash your hands at all after number 1.
No, not necessarily.
Not in the house.
So you just do a quick 4-second rinse. Did you use any soap?
Yes.
All right. Well, at least that's helpful.
When was the last time you cleaned the toilet?
That morning.
Okay, I know that. I mean,
did you lick it clean like the Instagram girl, the social media girl?
Yes, I did.
Okay, good.
Yes, that's how I always do it. I'm not changing.
I think you're fine, Steve.
I feel like that was not worth the argument. It wasn't an argument, but you know what I mean. I don't feel like it was worth the shaming.
Sass.
Yeah.
Here's the problem: people are needing power. And so they get power through having all their ducks in a row. And you're a duck that went out of line in her brain, and that's where the fight starts.
But it's better than what I once was, man.
She's not going to see it that way. See, you're the kind of dude that's like, look at the improvement. You should be so happy I am better than I was before. And she's like,
while I was watching, I'm like, haha, she can hear me. She's going to be proud of me. And then I hear, that wasn't 20 seconds. I'm like, you got to be kidding.
Let me tell you,
I can't make this work.
This is what cabin fever and spouses and family members living together, this is what they're going to run into.
Fighting over hand washing?
It's all the personality quirks.
Yeah.
What makes a person a person? In people that need order and then people who need chaos, you're more Mr. Chaos in a lot of things. You're just like, I don't care.
Yeah, but I mean, I just feel like I've been going in circles.
No, dude.
I feel like I'm right and she's wrong.
Yeah. The problem is this. You're a duck that never likes to be in a row, and you've like, you know what? I'm close to the row. I was never anywhere near the row.
Yeah, I'm right there.
now near the row. And she's like, you don't understand. All my ducks need to be in a row. You've always been a mess. And just because you're closer to the row doesn't mean you're in the row.
I know, it is funny. Like, everyone's making these adjustments. Nothing has changed for her. Like, she's always been like the person that will clean up, wash her hands for a long time, put wet wipes to every single thing around her.
This is her dream come true.
It is. Except now she can't get the stuff.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Mm-hmm. So it says Steve lives with 3 women. Who's the third? Lulu.
Lulu is the third. And Jade and Coral, when they get over there, they're going to be 4 and 5.
Yes.
It's going to be great. Yeah. It's listeners on the
busy
loose.
Doing Boober Eats in Portland right now, though.
I know.
Such a great.
Which I love that everybody is sending me messages. Like, they took your idea. I'm like, well, I think a lot of stupid people had the same stupid idea. And they're the only ones that pop property.
They're not stupid people.
They're the
money.
smart ones. No.
Yeah.
All of us that didn't do anything about it are stupid. They're the smart ones that did something about it.
Yeah. They're spreading joy in Portland.
Aren't they always, though?
I know. Portland. I don't understand why we in Seattle can't at least get a little bit of that Portland vibe. I feel like we are a cooler city than Portland. Anything they offer, we can offer better in my brain. But they somehow do stuff like that makes them cooler than Seattle.
When it comes to adult entertainment, they are head and shoulders ahead of us.
And they shouldn't be. I have a lot of pride. I want to be the jewel of the Pacific Northwest. I don't want Portland beating me in anything.
We're not even in the same league.
I know. And
we should embarrass ourselves.
There's no, I got, we're a little tight-butted when it comes to how we do things in that realm, and I wish we weren't because, again, we're only 3 hours up the road. Why aren't we as cool as they are? It's not that far away. And then you got Vancouver that's cool. Like, you go 3 hours north, 3 hours south, you got Cool Town, USA. Why can't we be that?
Cool Town, USA.
Why?
I don't know how the adult entertainment world is up in Vancouver.
Well, not that I mean. Look, Vancouver, they do everything cool up there.
Do they do it as good as Portland?
Ooh, I haven't made the comparison. That I don't know. I haven't heard a lot about Vancouver's scene, so you know what? Portland's all I hear about, so I got to maybe give the nod to Portland over Vancouver, but maybe some nice Canadian folks can tell me the difference.
So I want to give a nod to you, BJ. Happy birthday, happy anniversary, BJ. I've listened to you guys for years. Thank you for all the sanity that you and your crew have brought. Stay safe.
Wait, you bring sanity?
Yeah. Our insanity brings people sanity.
Okay.
Yeah, and the stay safe thing is the new catchphrase from everybody. I'm getting that everywhere, the stay safe.
Did you see it on the reader boards driving in?
Yeah.
It said something like stay home or something, blah, 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 blah.
Oh, I didn't see any reader boards.
Stay home.
Well, I only have a little commute. I
Limit your transportation.
Oh, really?
Stay safe.
Well, you South Enders, and I don't know why. I don't understand why, though J. Rubs was telling me he thinks it's because of just the nature of the work that people in the South End do. They have to come north. But 167 has not seen a drop-off in traffic the way other roads have.
I totally disagree.
Wow, that's so...
Couldn't disagree more.
I'm not saying they haven't seen a drop-off in traffic. They're saying there's less of a drop-off in traffic compared to the other major roadways on 167.
Only 2 lanes, so maybe that has a little bit to do with it, but... I've seen a significant drop-off on 167. The parts that I would always cringe getting to when I'm on my way home now are just straight...
I don't know why they got to shame 167. Why they got to shame the 167?
That's your future son-in-law right there saying that.
Oh, yeah. Well, he's not shaming it. He was coming up with a reason why it might be that way. I mean,
I'm living it, bro.
You're living
it? It's different.
There's nobody, I will tell you this, though. I mean, going, on 90 or on 5. It is like a ghost town. Though it's interesting, coming into work in the morning, it's less traffic, but I still am surprised about how much traffic there is coming in, between 5:45 and 6 a.m.
Really?
Maybe it's half, but I would expect it to be like, only 25% of what it normally should be. I am surprised at the amount of people still on the road. I really, really am. I think it should be less too. But
people got bills to pay.
They got stuff to do.
But you look outside right now, and it looks like it's like a Sunday morning.
Yeah,
you're right. You're right.
Ridiculous.
From what we can see, you're right. There's nothing on I-5 on either side by the convention center. You're right. Yeah. It's just that 167. I don't know what you people are doing. Probably getting your Karma Indian and all that you got to get.
I'm telling you, man, 167 has been a breeze these days.
All right, listen, you know what? You keep the hashtag 167.
Trust me, 167 gives me anxiety.
All right,
that's like one benefits of this stupidity that's happening right now.
That's a good point. Yeah, Pete, like the same thing with 405. Same thing. Listeners on the loose, you pick the topic, you guide the show. What do you want to talk about? The floor is yours. 206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999. Your calls, your texts. At 9:33 on The Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. It's listeners on the loose. You pick the topic. You guide the show. 206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999.
Sorry, I'm busy right now watching Danny's girlfriend climb all over him on Facebook.
Yeah.
What's
going on? What?
Sexy. It's the koala challenge.
What the hell?
See, she's supposed to jump on top and then crawl around my entire body, come through my legs, and end up on the top.
Oh, I remember this.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
We used to have to do something like this in wrestling training just to kind of get used to having a body weight on you and having them crawl all over you.
Sure.
It's probably way more fun to do it, though, with your significant other than another sweaty man.
Way more fun. This is after
But I have experience in
It feels like she's stuck. Is she stuck and can't get through? Or
she was contemplating her next move before she fell off. And
Well, yeah, because she would have landed on her head.
Yeah, she would have, and that did happen multiple times. This was like take number 3. We never finished it. By the way, also we had lots of vodka.
I was like, how much booze was involved with this one?
Last night was fun.
Yeah, well, that's what happens when you're quarantined. At least
It's
you're doing
true.
the right thing. You're doing things in your house.
Yeah. Well, next we're going to do the flip the switch challenge, apparently, which
How's
is
the
a
flip the switch
TikTok
one?
thing where I don't know. She wants to do.
Someone challenged me and my buddy
Yeah.
to do it. I don't.
Elizabeth
something,
Warren
like a
did the
dance
flip the
thing or
switch
something.
thing.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. Elizabeth Warren did it with Kate McKinnon on Saturday Night Live. They both did the switchy thing, whatever the hell that is.
Yeah. Once whiskey happens next weekend, it'll be somewhere on my Facebook.
I'm a little worried about that because I did have a couple beverages over the weekend, and I'm like, I don't, I just had to chill out. And Sarah and I both know we both have the same kind of sort of high energy. They call it cyclothymia in the world of behavioral science. It's a step below bipolar. It's something you can manage without medicine. But being cooped up, not being able to go outside without people maybe getting mad at you, even if you are like just walking by yourself, people get mad at you. And so it's like, all right, I'm staying in, and I'm like, well, I'll have a beverage to take the edge off. And I'm like, I don't want to start this.
Just start getting drunk all the time?
Yeah.
Something.
It worked.
Dude, I feel you, though, man. Like, I kind of was, like, getting a lot of anxiety over the last few days, like, just kind of getting bummed on things because I'm like, gosh, everything that, like, thank goodness we have our newborn. That's been very distracting, that kind of helped keep me in good spirits. But, like, I've spent most of my life being super busy. And all the things that I enjoy doing, not at the end of the world, this is not a big deal because, there's more real issues going on other than mine, but it still bothers me. Like, I love playing hockey. The rinks are shut down right now. Can't do that. Love wrestling. Not only are all the upcoming matches that I was going to have been canceled because the shows are canceled, but also you just can't even go to the gym and train, which would have been nice. And then, I love music. How do you do that? You got to get everyone together. You can't do that right now.
Yeah. I just want to say this, Steve, because we tend to do this, and you just did this. And because of my familiarity with the world of mental health, yes, people have it worse than us. We are so lucky. There's a lot of gratitude. We have our jobs. We have our homes. And at the same time, so I know that people got it worse off. But to diminish the fact that this is a stressful situation for regular people, and we tend to do that. And what that does is you're basically telling yourself you shouldn't be upset.
Shaming yourself.
Really, this is a tough thing for everybody.
I'm having a hard time with it, people.
There you go.
Damn you all.
Yeah.
Is that better?
Yes. Well, that way you can give yourself a break because. You and I were raised at a time where what do you got to complain about? Yeah. And in that, the science, behavioral scientists have found out that's the worst thing you could say to somebody who's going through any stressful situations. Oh yeah, but look at over there. It's like, no, you don't understand. I get that, I have a good life, But I'm also stressed out because this is not my normal pattern. My entire pattern's disrupted, which, by the way, that's everybody. And that will be a stressor. And stress is a really tough, it's a killer. So please acknowledge in yourself that, yeah, you don't have it as bad as somebody else, but it still is tough for you. Sure. Give yourself a break, really. And I'm tired of hearing people go, oh, yeah, but you could have it. No, don't say that to anybody. Okay? Please don't say that to anybody. You're mitigating this, something that's real. People are going through a tough time.
Somebody said, Steve, you can still play music. You can continue to jam with John Bon Jovi. Another person says, can you please replay that Bon Jovi song with Steve?
Oh, hell
that
yes.
made my morning.
Yeah, if you haven't heard, John Bon Jovi is basically, he's written the first lyric, the first verse, and also the refrain.
So basically, yeah, he's writing a song about what's going on in this world right now and how we have to do what we can to make people's lives better. And he wants the people to... So he wrote the first verse to the song. He wrote the chorus, but then the second verse, he wants one of his fans, to write it. But it has to be about, like, how is this coronavirus affecting them and how, you can make change.
And Steve, I don't know, somehow it's supposed to be about how it's affecting him. And this is what Steve came up with.
Tonight they're shutting down the borders.
That's John Bon Jovi.
And they boarded up the schools.
Are you sure?
Small towns are rolling.
Oh, yeah, okay, yeah.
Sidewalks. One last paycheck coming through. I know you're feeling kind of nervous. We're all a little bit confused. Nothing's the same, this ain't a game. We gotta make it through. When you can't do what you do what you can. This ain't my prayer, it's just a thought I'm wanting to send. Round here we bend but don't break. Down here we all understand. When you can't do what you do what you can.
Yeah. So I'm gonna try. Okay. Oh boy.
Here's your verse.
You see, it's the story of a dirty whore. But thanks to COVID-19, no one wants to score. The Gentlemen's Club shut down. She doesn't know what to do. She's just looking for some money while flashing them boobs.
When you can't do what you do what you can. This ain't my prayer, it's just a thought I'm wanting to send. Down here we bend but don't break. Down here we all understand.
She's still bending, apparently.
You can't do what you do.
Yeah.
You do what you can.
Yeah, that's fits right in. You've got to send that to John. I think he's going to make that in the song.
I feel like it.
Yeah, that worked. Yeah, that totally worked. That was. And also,
look, that was great. We wrote this song together.
Yeah, we did. Thanks, John. That's good.
Was it? Yeah, good.
I mean, his parts.
Yeah. Well, even that I don't know.
You just throw me through some auto-tune.
We don't need auto-tune. That's perfect as it is, Steve.
Yeah, that was delightful. I mean, people are actually saying the only good part of that song was your verse, actually, what you added.
So it's holy cow, I did not realize that was Bon Jovi.
Yeah.
Well, parts of it were.
Yeah.
The bad parts. The good parts for me.
Oh, of course, you were. Yeah. No doubt about it. Now, I think that Bon Jovi's going to come to you and go, look, we need a new front man, and we're wondering if you would be.
There's probably a lot of sex workers out there just nodding their heads saying, preach on, Steve.
Preach on, Steve. Those poor sex workers, what are they doing?
They got bills to pay.
Yeah, they do. They got planes to catch. Here's the thing. I really don't think people are that afraid of sex workers right now. I think that, we'll think about it.
I bet they took a dip.
You think?
Yeah.
Because if I had to go and wonder who is going to be the most, if you will, vigilant when it comes to keeping themselves germ-free, those guys have been protecting themselves, when you think about it, they have to. Otherwise, they'll have every damn disease in the world. So if you said, who do you think you can trust as being germ-free as anybody in employment? I think it would be sex workers.
Yeah, but think about because falling under that category is someone that works as a dancer. I mean, there's probably a lot of people out there that maybe enjoy going to a gentleman's club but aren't going right now because, it's just like a cornucopia of germs.
Well, I get the club itself.
Yeah.
But I mean the sex worker person, like maybe, they come to my house or whatever.
I don't know if they want to do house calls. It's kind of creepy and maybe a little bit dangerous for them.
That's what a lot of people are doing, I know, for instance, in the hair design industry, one of the people
Is your guy coming over?
My guy, he's going to do house calls. Because
wait a second.
because the big salons.
No, hold on. So you're going to let this guy come to your house?
Oh, I would let this. Are you kidding me? This guy is more buttoned up than anybody in my life.
You don't know who he's cut right before yours.
Oh, I know exactly. And I'm hoping the one person he cuts, he's cutting famous people's hair.
You don't think famous people are getting this? Let's think responsibly, BJ. We're trying to flatten the curve, and here you are bringing other people into your home.
Right.
Oh, this person.
I don't like this.
Oh, yeah,
I don't like it at all.
This person, you know what? Verified. This is happening.
What's verified?
Yeah, what's it verified by?
He's verified.
Tom Hanks got the Corona.
Corona.
Hi, Corona.
You know what, Steve? Maybe if we give you a couple more days so you can get this word down. I know it's relatively new in your vocabulary and it's difficult, but I'll give you a couple days. Cornanona. Listen, I know this guy. I also know how he lives his life.
Right.
And if anybody is going to be vigilant with wiping themselves down and doing anything else like that, it's this guy. It's just so I trust him. I mean, if he was sick, he wouldn't come to my place, and I know that he's probably going to be good because of the fact of what he does for a living. And
well, obviously, if we all have to now at some point come to your place,
yeah, it's not my fault.
Yes, it is. You let him into your home.
Yeah, this would be totally your fault.
This is how it happens.
Absolutely 100% your fault.
If we're all trying to stay away from people to keep each other healthy, and then you're bringing in a guy who's seeing a bunch of guys and cutting people's hair.
All right, so what if I go see him? Is that still as bad?
No, you're not. Oh my God,
go
dude!
Anywhere.
You
let your hair grow out, you old fart.
No,
Jesus Christ!
That's why I'm going to him. I'm keeping his business going. I don't see what the problem is.
Buy a gift card you could use later when it's all blown over.
Buy a Flowbee.
Dude, my girlfriend won't even let Joe come over to our house. I was like, Joe, I'm going to be working with him every morning. She's like, he is not coming to our house.
Well, yeah.
You're missing the whole point of this.
Well, here's the thing. You got to
do what you can.
Yeah, I'm doing what I can. I'm helping to support a guy.
Hairstylist who's infected with the corona.
He ain't got the corona.
He's coming on over.
He ain't got it.
Well, we don't know that.
Well, I get that you guys don't know that, but I know that.
Do you know for sure?
You don't know that. If this was a Beat Migs question, you'd be nitpicking the hell out of this.
Dude, if the guy doesn't have any symptoms, and what are you
my
do?
God, are you even paying attention to the news at this point?
Well, then how do I know you don't have it?
We don't, but we have to at least do everything we can to stay away from people so that we can avoid it.
So I can't go. I can't go see somebody who's like legit that I've known in my life that I know is good, conscientious. I can't really.
I mean,
I don't know. I mean, that's a good question. Really?
I would if I was like someone that was getting massages on a frequent basis.
Well, yeah, that I'm not doing.
It's no different. It's a person touching you.
Well, here I know what you're saying, but see, the reason I'm not doing it, because they let massages be open for a while for medicinal reasons, but I was just like, I just don't trust the environment, and I don't know the person that well. Even the person I go see on a regular basis, I don't know that person that well.
But do you really know your hairstylist is going to be
20 years I've known this person. I've been, and know their life and know what they're like, and I also know who their clientele is. And here's what I know. Well, all right, listen, I'm not going to name names, but I know this person is servicing some people that are high-profile Washingtonian people.
And what does that matter?
Well, it matters is that
we just had big-name politicians get it. That it only hurts their causes.
But if they let him go to them, that's why I'm saying then I don't have a problem coming to me. If all of a sudden...
That's not really wisest. Sometimes you're a very smart man, but I think common sense not very bright.
All right. If somebody in the world of like super rich and super famous and whatever, and they got someone coming doing something for them, and then you could get that same person to come do a service for you, you would still be...
Yes, I would still have issues because I don't trust that.
Wow.
Just because you're rich, famous... high profile doesn't mean you're the brightest bulb in the bunch, man. Like, it doesn't mean that you're not paying attention to the fact that this could be spread rather easily.
I get that. But how do you verify...
I don't know if you do, man. You're bringing a person over to your house to cut your hair.
Well, how do you verify anybody to do anything then?
Well, that's why we're quarantining ourselves. We can't. We got to just keep away from people as much as possible.
So then if we see the people on TV, like all the people we see on TV, they're not looking shaggy or ragged. They're still going to people and getting stuff done. So are we mad at them?
I'm not mad at them because I'm not going to be in a room with them.
Yes, but it's what the thing is. Well, you don't have to be in a room with me if you don't want to. Put me in a different room if you want to, right?
We've been trying.
Can we dong this guy right here?
Is that important that you're willing to risk the health of everyone around you?
Well,
apparently it is.
I just thought
I'll cut your hair.
Yeah.
So none of you are going to go get any.
I cut my own hair, so I don't have to worry about it.
Yeah, no, you don't. That's what's not big.
Same.
So none of you really. How about you, Danny? What about you?
Oh, I get my hair cut in New Mexico, so I'm just letting it grow.
Wow. So you're saying I gotta stop seeing this person? That's the thing.
Normally, I'm on BJ's side, but this time, no, BJ. Don't be a butthead. Your stylist is way too close to all of his clients. Droplets. It's about droplets.
Okay.
Another person, can he cut your hair from 6 feet away?
Wow. This is sucks.
Come on, Steve, you have a newborn to consider, for example, which is why I'm bringing up the things I'm bringing up. Another person, I hate to say this, BJ, but that lackadaisical thinking is how the virus is spreading. Just because people don't look sick doesn't mean they can't be carriers. And another person, a haircut is not important.
Yeah, I guess not. Okay.
Those are the nice emails I'm reading, text messages I'm reading.
I am trying my best to help people stay in business. And Vicky, buying a gift card does nothing because that's a regular service that I use. That won't save him anything. You understand that, right? Because I will cash in. So he won't let me get the haircut today.
You could buy the gift card and throw it away or give it to somebody. And that way you're still giving him money.
Oh, well, then I just should give money to everybody, and then that's what you're saying.
Oh,
okay.
my God.
No, I'm not saying not use him.
I'm just saying that if you're so worried about his business, that's a way to do it.
Yeah, but I mean, that doesn't help so in other words, just give money to people is what you're saying, which is fine. But that's the only way to really do it.
But there also needs to be a sense of responsibility. Yes, I want to make sure that people can keep their businesses going, but I'm not going to put myself within...
I can appreciate that.
When a guy is going to be exposed as much as he is.
Yeah, I can appreciate that.
I'm not saying that I hope he's completely, without this, but you don't know. I mean, the latest thing I heard is that diarrhea is one of the first telltale signs. Have you checked? Does he have diarrhea?
I'll have to ask.
Yes. I think you should ask him.
So let me ask this. I'm going to ask this then. Because I'm not saying you guys are wrong, because obviously we're working together, and I am not going to go against your will because you make a good point. But then when we see our leaders on television still looking good, will we not get pissed at them because it's obvious they should be not going to people either, right? That's all I'm saying.
Oh, gosh.
I'm not saying that I should get to go, but why wouldn't I look at my governor and go, if Governor Inslee, who's going to come on TV regularly, doesn't look like...
We don't know. Maybe he's doing it himself, for all we know. I have no idea. But I'm not paying attention to other people's haircuts because I'm not exposed to those people.
Well, I have been paying attention to that. That's why I thought, okay, this is the one thing that if you can get verified services, it shouldn't be a bad deal. And I'm just lucky enough that I have somebody that does service high-profile people in the state. But I get what you're saying. I'm not going to make you guys feel uncomfortable. That's for sure. It's not worth it. So you get that, right?
Yeah. I'm protecting sex with Magic Johnson. He's high profile. Why not? Well,
I don't even know what to say to that.
I mean, based on your argument, he's high profile. He's rich.
I don't even know what to say to that. I just love that you brought Magic Johnson.
He's the first person I could think of.
He's the first guy you think of. You just said, man, they know. All right. Okay, well, just so you all know, he's not coming to the house, just so you know, because, again, I don't want you all to get worried. It's not happening.
Good.
And I'm also not going to go see him. I will send him a text today and cancel the appointment until further notice.
I understand.
I hope he does. I mean, he sometimes gets a little temperamental. Hopefully he'll understand. All right, here's a question for you. What do Ryan Castle and Kelly Clarkson have in common? You're going to find out at 9:52 on The Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW. And now, the Ryan Castle question of the day.
What do Ryan Castle and Kelly Clarkson have in common?
Did we lose Ryan?
We lost him.
He gave up on us?
Boy, he's really socially distancing.
He really does hate Black Hole Sun.
Yeah, he sure does.
I'm done with this.
Well, there you go. You know what?
They're both keeping their distance from BJ.
That's what it is. All right. Well, shall we just, try again tomorrow?
I guess so, because Ryan is not here anymore. Yeah. He is now broadcasting from the bar in his basement at his house.
Well,
we have him?
Yeah. Oh, we have him. All right. So, again, what does Ryan Castle and Kelly Clarkson have in common?
I tried out for American Idol one time.
Did you?
Did someone sit there?
Yeah, I did AC/DC's Big Balls. It was a hard no.
Wait, you really did?
No, that's not true.
Oh, okay. See, I'm so gullible. I totally believe it.
Can you imagine how rad that would be, though?
That would be so amazing.
Star.
God, I would say I want that video.
Oh, that someone said they both won't be inviting their barber into their house, BJ.
Right? I also cut my own hair.
Yeah, you guys are lucky because you do your own thing. I'm not going to have to try on my own. I'm going to have to. At least it's short enough.
Look, I'm going to put it to you this way, BJ. You're not supposed to touch your own face. Why would you let somebody else do it?
Listen.
Boom.
My wife lives far away. I need touch.
Bing, bing, bing.
I'll take it anywhere I can get it at this point. Oh, man. All right, well, Ryan Castle, he's up next. He's got your morning 12-pack.
BJ and Migs play of the day.
John Bon Jovi. He's bringing us all together to help write a new song.
And I saw what he's doing. Like, so he has it set up so like he sings the verse, then there's a chorus, and he leaves like a bunch of music playing, so you can add your own part.
You can't do what you do. You do what you can.
So I'm gonna try. Okay. Here's your verse.
You see, it's the story of a dirty whore. But thanks to COVID-19, no one wants to score. The Gentlemen's Club shut down. She doesn't know what to do. She's just looking for some money while flashing them boobs.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
Today's podcast was brought to you by Travis Gagne, bankruptcy attorney. Here's another question from a listener. If I file for bankruptcy, do I have to appear in court? That makes me nervous.
Going to court is never something that's easy to do. However, when you file bankruptcy, you usually only have to attend one hearing at the courthouse. Of course, I'll be there with you. And when you go to court, it's not before the judge. It's actually with the trustee or the trustee's attorney. One of the things that's critical in a bankruptcy is that you give your attorney and the court all of your information. You list all of your assets and all of your creditors. That's what we're trading for your discharge, is your true and honest disclosure of your assets and liabilities. And so the court hearing is just usually about a 5-minute deal where you show up and reaffirm and swear that all the information you've given the court and your attorney is correct.
Thanks, Travis. If you have more questions about bankruptcy, you can reach out to Travis anytime at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com. Thanks for listening.
If your tank water heater's over 8 years old, you may be sitting on a ticking time bomb. It could start leaking without warning, causing far more damage than the loss of the heater itself. Consider replacing it with a Navien tankless water heater. No storage tank to leak, endless hot water for spa-like comfort, longer life, and backed by Navien's strong warranty. Before time runs out, visit tanklessmadesimple.com for the name of your Navien contractor.